In my lifetime, there has been no greater storyteller in sports, most certainly in golf, than John Feinstein. John passed away shockingly, suddenly, on March 13th at age 69, apparently from a heart attack at his brother's home outside of Washington, D.C. I grew up reading John religiously in the Washington Post. Fabulous writer, terrific reporter. But when it came to storytelling, delving into the lives of people and bringing out who they are, what things meant to them, there's no one like John. A Season on the Brink was his breakthrough when Bobby Knight allowed him to have a full season with the Indiana University basketball team. And John's book included all of the profanities that Coach Knight spewed on a daily basis, and Bob got a little bit upset about it. But that is what catapulted John to fame. But it was really just the beginning. You know, A Good Walk Spoiled is I think his first book in golf that brought him, acclaim in golf circles. It was a story about a year on the PGA Tour. Brought out a lot of guys, Paul Goydos, people you may never have known. Their stories came out in this book. He wrote the book called A Caddy for Life, the Bruce Edwards story. Tom Watson's longtime caddy who eventually succumbed to Lou Gehrig's disease. He wrote the book called Open, which was the story on the 2002 U.S. Open at Bethpage Black and how that came to be, how this public golf course on Long Island came to host a U.S. Open. Incidentally, this fall, that's where the Ryder Cup will be played between the 12-man team of U.S. and Europe. He wrote a book called, let me check this for a minute, called The First Major. That's the story of the 2016 Ryder Cup that the U.S. won at Hazeltine in Minnesota. John was a member at Congressional Country Club, so I have this hat on as sort of a tribute to him. Fabulous writer. He was a guest of mine on my podcast, Musings on Golf, once. No one cared more about the stories in sports. No one loved writing about golf, I dare say, more so than John Feinstein. And ironic, really, sadly so, that on March 13th, his passing was the first day, really, of the beginning of the conference basketball tournaments. He loved college basketball so much. It was also the first day of the Players' Championship. So those coinciding with his passing, I know John would have been able to and would have loved to have reported on them. As a matter of fact, he wrote a column the day before he passed away. John Feinstein, the best storyteller I've ever read in sports. And he will be sorely, sorely missed by all of us who love to read and learn more about sports and those involved with it.